get what you can. All I'm gonna do, JD, he'll be back. So after a couple days, I'm gonna take off. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Say, good. How are you guys? So you're all good?
This on. This on. It's on. Yeah.
Okay, so everything is official now.
So they don't need a. He's got a family thing.
Yeah, family thing.
8:30. No parking pass needed.
No parking pass
Okay.
starting tomorrow, but the first thing will be 11 o'clock in here.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
There it is. Look at that. I was just kidding before I turned off my cell phone.
Good.
So you think Artie Glowicki's a steal, huh?
That guy. Yeah, I mean, right now, right? I mean, right? Get an arm like that, and he's down to see.
Can I post any of it?
Put it on Twitter already. It's legit.
No, I don't have to.
Without that W.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Now I just got here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Now, doing for escort. They're gonna bring Austin Anderson as well.
Old Miss.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of one man game. What are you doing at house? No, that's another. Yeah, we make another one.
He's like, you can't be the only Anderson up here.
So when should I give my reminder about the cell phones? Like now or wait?
Or as they're walking.
I don't know, how crowded does it get?
This is about group, maybe
Okay.
5 more.
Will they tell you when they're on their way or not? Okay, I'll do it then. I'll look for that.
Let me tweet and see.
Check. Check one. Check 1, 2.
Which one are you going?
Check 1, 2.
Stop all this food.
Maybe his H and S aren't working.
How can I dig up this YouTube streams on the search? Save.
Still a couple of minutes. That's a new one, buddy.
What are we doing? Not gonna do that. We'll just need to see how it goes.
My feeling is just.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So what do you think? No, I thought you said like.
Just a couple of reminders while we wait for Old Miss to arrive. A reminder to turn off or silence your cell phones. When you have a question, raise your hand. We'll have somebody bring a microphone to you. Please identify yourself along with your affiliation and who the question is directed to. Tomorrow, there will be a press conference in this room at 11 a.m. with coaches for both teams that reach the championship finals, as well as 2 student athletes. Again, it's 11 a.m. tomorrow. You can park in Lot D. That will open at 8:30 a.m. There's not a parking pass that you need for that tomorrow. Also, in Game 1 of the championship finals, Virginia will be the home team in Game 1. Old Miss is here. Representing them will be designated hitter Will Allen, third baseman Austin Anderson, and pitcher Chris Ellis. First, we'll start with a statement from head coach Mike Bianco.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate, Virginia. Just, tremendous in the 2 games that we played them. They just make it very hard on you. They're good. They can really pitch. They can really hit. They can defend. They run the bases. They're just, an outstanding ball club, and obviously, deserve to win. Proud of my guys. As I just said to them out in the outfield, you don't ever want to come short, especially when you're this close to winning a national championship. But this is a special group of guys, a special group of older guys. You know, 3 of the guys sitting next to me, great leadership, and you know, kind of, you know, we're such great mentors, you know, to the younger group that's so talented, but you know, weren't sure what to do when they got here, and these guys kind of put them on their back, and you know, we're tremendous all year. So, yeah, I sit here, you know, sad that it ends, but more importantly, sad because, you know, these 35 guys that wore the uniform this year for Ole Miss, just great representatives of the university, and we'll go down as the best team that ever played at Ole Miss, and, you know, we won't ever be together again, and that's what makes it sad.
Okay, we'll take questions. Again, please raise your hand, and we'll bring a microphone to you, and we'll start right here in the front.
Mike, you got Parrish Hall for Daily Journal, Tupelo, Mississippi. You guys had an opportunity there, I think, in the third. Could you talk about that inning? And it seemed like at that time momentum really kind of shifted.
It did, and I think, you know, early on, to start the game, remember or to start today, not the game, but to start today, you know, we got out of a jam, and they missed an opportunity to score with the runners at second and third and less than 2 outs, and you know, we get a big strikeout, and, you know, Scott does a great job, and then we come back and, you know, answer. And then the same as the point that you're making, we left an opportunity out there, and they were able to answer right back and kind of took the momentum. And so, yeah, you look at opportunities, but we didn't have very many opportunities after that. You know, that was really, you know, the struggle that they pitched so well. And we just really didn't have opportunities after that, you know, and because they're so good on the mound and so good defensively, you know, we just didn't have enough chances.
Go on the right to Kendall.
Kendall Rogers, perfect game. This is for the 2 players. I guess looking at the job Spores did and Lewicki, what was Spores able to do to kind of keep you guys, kind of get out of those jams? And also Lewicki, what was he able to do just to kind of keep you guys from getting any kind of groove offensively?
Well, I mean, he throws 94, 95, so it's a pretty good fastball, and sometimes it's hard to catch up to it and get on top. But he was also throwing like an 85-mile-per-hour like cutter slider, and he did a good job of making good pitches and keeping our hitters off balance.
Right in the
Yeah, just to add to what Austin said, obviously great arm, throwing hard. And then when you mix that in with the cutter slider thing at 84, 86, really keeps people off balance. And then just, I mean, once he got out of those jams and kind of started rolling a little bit, I mean, obviously he pitched with a little bit more confidence. And obviously when you're doing that with that kind of stuff, it's tough to hit.
Front middle.
Doug Dowdy from the Roanoke Times. Coach, could you talk about the decisions you had to make strategy-wise over the night after the delay?
You're talking mostly pitching, I'm assuming. Yeah, we met as a staff as soon as we got back to the hotel after we left the stadium, and, you know, talked about the situation. And Massey probably could have went back out, but you know, I thought he probably wasn't the best match for them. And then the decision was, you know, do we just go all bullpen the rest of the way? And then when I look at it as an elimination game, Chris was, you know, scheduled to pitch anyway. If we were to win on Friday night, he was going to pitch today and start this game. And so, but he hadn't been in relief all year. And so, you know, we thought the best plan was to bring Scott into the game with runners on and try to do his magic like he usually does and gets out of a jam, and let Chris go out there with a clean slate, you know, basically starting the game, you know, a 7-inning game, hopefully 0-0, but at least, you know, a close game. And yeah, Chris, it wasn't Chris's best day, but at the end of the day, I think you got to put your ace out there when your back's against the wall. If he's you know, physically able to pitch and he's healthy and he wants the ball and he's ready to go. So I'm happy with it. You know, he competed. He didn't have his best stuff today, obviously, but man, he competed out there and gave us a chance.
Go to Eric on the left.
Coach, this question for you. Eric Sorensen from College Baseball Today. Can you talk just briefly about your experiences here as a coach as opposed to coming here as a player?
Well, I will tell you, this is the first time here at Ameritrade, and it's been a long time from a as, assistant coach and as a player. But kudos to Omaha and the city here and the NCAA. It's changed a lot over the years, as all of you that come here every year know. And to me, and I try to ask some of our administration that go to bowl games, because I've never really been to a bowl game, and they said, this is the best event that they've been to, and so it's probably something short of a BCS bowl. What a spectacular experience I think it is for everybody involved, and that's coaches and players, and so I'm proud that we're here, and hopefully it won't take so long to get back here.
Front in the middle.
Parrish Alford, Tupelo, Mississippi. Mike, I hear you talk about the pitching. How much of the offensive success for you guys here had to do with the park? Is there something in the approach for your offense that needs to change more for the park when you come back?
I don't think so. If you look around, and I don't know, I could be wrong. Somebody said we scored 6 runs a couple nights ago, and that was the most runs. So it's not us. Everybody has, trouble scoring here. Is it the park? Sure. Is it the bats? Sure. Is it the ball? Sure. But also in that it's the best pitchers. And, you're looking at, some amazing guys. And when I look up and, Kendall's question earlier, about sports, I mean, he's 94 and throwing an 86-mile-an-hour slider or cutter, and then the next guy comes in and he's throwing 94, and we just have faced some very good pitchers, and that's the way it's supposed to be here, I think, at the end. And it's all about, there's such a fine line, and you look at the inning that we gave up 3, the 9-hole guy that's a part-time player for them gets the big hit, and breaks the game open. And that's what it comes down to. It comes down to, who's going to get the big hit or who doesn't walk them or make the errors. And if you look back at the games that we lost, there was a little bit of that. And the other team just played a little cleaner than we did.
Aaron on the far right.
Aaron Fitt, Baseball America. To piggyback on something Coach just said, Chris, the bottom of the lineup kind of got you today. With the 9-hole hitter and a couple of the guys in front of him scoring. How difficult is it to approach this lineup with the depth they have from 1 through 9?
It just comes down to not walking people. They can all hit. They can all drive in runs, obviously. I thought that's what kind of hurt me, was walking guys. They got in scoring position, and it doesn't matter where you're hitting the lineup. If you're given the opportunity, they usually, get an RBI or come up with a big hit, it seemed like. So, that's just it. They're all good hitters.
Take a couple more, starting here in the middle.
Mike Bonner from the Clarion Ledger. Chris, the third inning worked so well for you, 1, 2, 3 inning. What happened what happened in the fourth, I guess, that maybe cannot unravel for you?
I wish I knew the answer to that question.
Any other questions? All right, we'd like to congratulate Old Miss on a great season.
Thank you.
No, hasn't been an issue. Okay, the victorious Virginia Cavaliers are here. We're being joined by catcher Robbie Coleman, pitcher Artie Lewicki, and pitcher Josh Spores. We'll start with a opening statement from head coach Brian O'Connor.
Thank you. I'd first like to congratulate Ole Miss on a terrific season. Outstanding players, very well coached, and we're just very, very fortunate. I'd first like to say that our team, these last 3 weeks has played with an incredible amount of poise, and I really believe at championship time, it takes poise and patience to prevail. So I'm just proud of our guys. Josh Spores was really outstanding, to start last night and throw one inning and come back today and pitch in the clutch like he did really speaks to who he is. And the final thing I'd say is, everybody talks about it all the time that, the game of baseball is how you handle and deal with failure and how much you can learn from it and how much better these baseball players will be as people having gone through the failure that the game sends us. And, I just think about this ball game and I think about the struggles Danny Pinero had early on, the ball that he didn't get rid of right away at shortstop that led to a run. I think, and him coming back and making all the plays and getting a big hit. And I think about Robbie Coleman, striking out there in the second inning with an opportunity to drive in our first run, and then he comes back and gets 2 knocks. And I think about Joe McCarthy trying to sacrifice Bunham with first and second, nobody on, and he doesn't get the job done, but he comes back and, drives the ball in the gap. I think about Brandon Downs that, here this guy is so talented and, has been dealing with, wrist injury all year and maybe wasn't performing up to his capability all year. And, he rises up on the biggest stage and barrels 3 balls up and helps his team, advance here in Omaha. So I'm just so proud of, these guys sitting here at the table and all the guys back in the locker room because, they're handling things the right way on the field and showing an incredible amount of poise, and we're very proud to be moving on.
Again, we'll take questions. Please raise your hand. We'll bring a microphone to you, and we'll start in the yellow in the front.
Brian, you talked about everybody coming back. Obviously, it wasn't the best start for you coming back today with those first couple innings. Did you have any level of concern? I know you've always been talked about how confident you are in this team in any situation. Did you have any concern about how bad that start was? Did you think you guys would come back?
Well, I'd be lying to you if you tell you when they have bases loaded and that there isn't a little bit of uneasiness. I think that's normal, but I go back to this team and the calmness and the poise that it's shown all year long in difficult situations, and that makes you feel good and comfortable as a coach. And we all had confidence in Josh. He showed what he's capable of doing. I mean, you think about it, after starting last night and coming back and doing what he did, I was confident that some way we'd figure out a way.
Second row on our right.
Mark Giannotto from the Washington Post. This is for Robbie and Josh. Could you talk about that third inning and that mound visit from Carl? It seemed like both you guys were a little rattled at that point, and from that point on, it was smooth sailing. But just talk about what it took to get through that inning, how you managed it, and.
I think Carl does a great job of coming out there and calming down our pitchers, and getting them back focused on what the objective is and throwing strikes. And I mean, that situation, it's a tough one, and I think Josh did a great job of just managing it and went back throwing strikes, and like you said, from there he was just smooth sailing.
What he really told me was just like let them hit your stuff basically, and just stop trying to miss the bats. And right after that, it kind of all fell into place.
Front row.
Doug Dowdy from the Roanoke Times. Brian, what were your thoughts last night before they called the game and then after the game, and do you think it favored either team?
I don't think it had anything to do with favoring one team or another. Obviously they had played the day before, so maybe gives their bullpen a little bit more rest. But when you're in the Final Four and you're playing for a chance to go to the title series, it's just, it's who goes out there on the field and takes care of business and does the job to win for their team. So I don't think it gave anybody an advantage at all.
Front row here on the left.
Brandon Speck, Fox Sports South. Coach, obviously nothing disappointing about the run you guys have made this year, but what's the pressure, if any, like to get over that hump and win a championship?
I'm sorry, what was the end of that?
What's the pressure like to get over that final hump and win a championship?
I don't think there's any pressure. I mean, we've never been in this scenario before. Maybe if we had been in this situation, multiple times before and hadn't done it, we're not really concerned about it. We're concerned about playing a good baseball game on Monday night. I'll tell you, our first 5 or 6 years here, we were in a NCAA regional every year, and there were a lot of people saying, what does it take to get over the hump and get to Omaha? And we figured that out. So this team isn't concerned right now with, do we need to get over a hump? We're just concerned about coming out and playing tough and playing a good baseball game on Monday night.
Back here in the yellow one.
Robbie, up until that point in the third inning, it had been a kind of a rough couple innings for you. But that at-bat obviously kind of broke things open. Were you going up there maybe trying to make up for anything? Kind of walk us through at-bat. How good did that feel to have that after the rough start?
Well, I mean, I'm sure I was a little nervous to start, but like you said, you get second opportunities in this game, and I really wanted to take advantage of it. But I was just trying to hit the situation, wasn't trying to do too much, just a usable pitch that I could, send somewhere in the outfield, and it worked out for the best.
All right, Mitch in the back.
Mitch Sherman, ESPN.com. Coach, how good do you feel about getting out of here today and having Kirby ready for Monday?
Well, I feel great, really. That was our plan. We certainly had a tremendous amount of confidence in Josh, and we went with Josh today because we felt he was the best guy to give us a chance to win, and certainly, it sets you up good for starting on Monday with Kirby having not pitched a second ball game. There was absolutely no way, 0% chance that I was going to throw Nathan Kirby today. Because had I done that, potentially he could come back Wednesday and I would never pitch him on 3 days rest. So Josh was the right guy, combined with Artie and Nick. I think about Artie Lewicki, and he's pitched out of the bullpen here 3 times and has been fantastic. And he's started every game in his career, and he's been very, very unselfish and has done a heck of a job coming out of his pen, helping his team win.
In the back on the right, Rich.
Rich Kipist, Omaha World Herald. Brian, how much time last night did you spend thinking about the opportunity you had when you got back here with the 2 runners on and none out? And then did you take a deep breath after nothing came of that, after thinking about that all night?
No, there really wasn't much to think about. Coach Mack and I talked about it. The thing to do was, to advance the runners, and unfortunately it didn't work out. But, you continue to do those things and take care of the game, as we say, that's in front of you. The game rewards you. And, it was absolutely the right decision. We didn't come up with anything, but our guys didn't panic, and we stayed with it.
Front right, Kendall.
Kendall Rogers, perfect game. Brian, just talk about the job that Josh has done here the past couple of weeks. I mean, he's been pretty good.
Josh Spores has been fantastic. I mean, this is what it's about. The guys are number 2 starter all year long. The coach makes a decision to switch things up going into the final ACC regular season weekend, and Josh doesn't start for 3 weeks, but he's not in the coach's office wondering what's going on. He's a total team guy, and when you carry yourself that way, I believe you get rewarded, and he was rewarded in Game 3 in the Super Regional against Maryland. He couldn't have pitched any better, and he deserved the opportunity that he had last night and today. And when you think the right way and you're in it for the right reasons, it rewards you.
We'll go to Aaron in the front row, and then second row, and then the gentleman in the middle.
Aaron Fitt, Baseball America. Coach, I feel like you've done this a little bit before with the role that Artie's in. It kind of reminds me of Tyler Wilson. And how important is it when you get to this stage to have that kind of bridge guy in the bullpen you can trust? And Artie, could you comment on your approach in that role? Is it any different from how you approach starting?
Well, I'll also talk first. I think it's huge. Omaha, the World Series is how it's laid out is so different than anything we experience all year from the standpoint of the separation of the games. So, we made a decision. Coach Kuhn and I, we talked about it and went to Artie, and it really our plan, Aaron, was not for the entire tournament. It was, okay, let's pitch Artie out of the pen game one and see where we're at. Artie Lewicki's a strike thrower. He's got outstanding stuff. I'm sure the Detroit Tigers are very happy that they selected him. And, fortunately it's worked out, and he's appeared in all 3 games. All 3 games have been tight. And, he's just stepped up for his ball club in an important role.
Artie, you want to answer that too?
To answer your question about the approach, I think, anytime you're going to go in a game, you want to collect outs and throw strikes. I think the main difference would be your preparation before the game. As a starter, you have a little bit more time. You probably get like about an hour, go through your routine, and just do what you need to do to get ready and pace yourself. That's kind of what you have to do in the game. But in the bullpen, it's exhilarating. You go out there, you do some stuff to get ready, and then as soon as the phone rings, you got to get on it and get rolling. And it takes a lot less to get hot, but it's definitely cool.
And we'll do our final question in the front middle.
Yeah, Josh, could you talk about coming back from those 7 pitches yesterday? What kind of approach you took, and had you ever been in a situation like that before?
I took this like a reliever's approach where, you pitch a few pitches the first game and then you're going to go out the next day and throw some more. And I basically took it inning by inning and just trying to throw as many pitches as I possibly could to save the bullpen.
Thank you very much, man. Again, a reminder to the media, there will be a press conference in here tomorrow with both coaches as well as 2 student athletes that are participating in the championship finals. That will be at 11 a.m. Lot D will open at 8:30 a.m. You will not need a parking pass to park in Lot A, or Lot D, rather. Survived. I'm Rob. Thanks. Don't worry, you'll have the other guy tomorrow.